There is not a better feeling than payday. Finally getting that money deposited into your bank account and you just feeling rich for a day. I mean, it's probably just a day, but you're feeling pretty good.
Show me the money.
But you know what's better than payday is when you are getting multiple paydays a year and it's automatic. And the closest thing to that is getting dividends. Dividends deposited into your bank account on a frequent basis, because dividends, as we like to say here on the Wealth Hacker channel, are as good as money in the bank. That's what I said. That's what it is. All right, but today we're going to break down what are 5 financial stocks that pay a handsome dividend. And these are financial stocks that will be adding to our dividend portfolio that we are building with Robinhood. So we're going to find out what these top 5 financial stocks are right now. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So yeah, we are talking about financial stocks here. I want to focus on financial stocks for this video, and why I'm not using a tripod. I gotta do this edgy thing because, you know, it's for all these YouTube stuff, and maybe it will make you like the video. No, so those that are new here, so what I've been doing is I am building a dividend portfolio. This is on Robinhood, but I'm also building a growth portfolio on M1 Finance, and we are going to compare the two as time goes on. If you haven't seen any of those videos, well, you are in luck, because I've got links to all the videos and all the playlists in the description below. And if you want to know about future videos, well, this is that prime opportunity where you can subscribe to the Wealth Hacker channel. So do that now. I'm waiting. Okay, I'm really excited to share these 5 financial stocks, primarily because I still got a lot of money sitting in cash and I'm ready to invest. But also know these are some dividend paying stocks that you should check out, 4 of which are part of the Dividend Aristocrat list. If you don't know what that is, I'll have a link in the show notes where you can check that out. Also expect a future video talking more about the Dividend Aristocrats. But once again, you won't know about that video unless, you know, you do that thing. That's okay, subscribe. Go ahead and do that. All right, anyway, let's find out what these 5 financial dividend paying stocks are right now. All right, let's go and take a look at dividend stock number 1, and number 1 is Ameriprise. Now, this is a little funny for me because as a former financial planner, Ameriprise, this was my competition. Not so much in my immediate area, but you know, there are Ameriprise financial planners out there. But nonetheless, you know, they've got a pretty good thing going on right now. Current price is $178.40, and current dividend yield is 2.21%. Just some of the articles we've got here that I brought up. Just talking about its current buy based on its dividend, which I never liked the idea of buying something because of its dividend. But one thing with Ameriprise is that they are a part of the Dividend Aristocrats list, which I think I mentioned in the last dividend video. They have increased their dividend 15 consecutive years, which is impressive. They currently have their 2.2% dividend yield, and right now they have a 5-year growth estimate about 8%. So there's some good stuff going. I mean, as far as like size-wise, I mean, they are a huge operation. You know, right now, just looking at the number, 21 billion market cap with 973 billion in assets under management. That is a big number, and it's actually one of those, like, being a former competitor of theirs, it's almost shocking. But they used to be part of American Express, and then they broke off, and that's a whole other story nonetheless. But right now, I think just with what they offer as far as a dividend paying stock in the financial sector, Ameriprise is kicking it off. The second one is Bank of the Ozarks. Okay, I don't know if you've ever been to Lake of the Ozarks, but it is a place that it's a good time. It's one of those places that you would never want your kids to go, but you definitely want to go whenever you are college age. Had a good time, wouldn't go back. We're good, streaky! Yes! Anyway, it's funny because Bank of the Ozark is also a stock that I think one of the first brokerage firms I ever worked for, like, it was a stock that they talked about. And I'm not really sure what they were doing different back then, but it's still a stock that is still relevant, still doing very well. Current stock price right now is $28.46 with a current dividend yield of 3.71%. As far as like who are they? So they are a regional bank, and there's always some risk in that, but there's also a lot of upside potential if they are doing things right. Right now they have total assets of $23 billion. And looks like for the quarter of last year, they continue to see an incline in earnings per share and other factors. But right now, we're looking at a 5-year growth estimate at about 5%. So you top that, the potential appreciation stock price with that 3.8% dividend yield. It's just another good financial stock to look at. And I don't think I find anything, but just I'll share some of these in the description as far as like what is some of the estimates other analysts are looking at with Bank of the Ozarks. But it just continues to be they're doing right things. And if a regional bank is still growing, still acquiring, there is that potential they could be, I'll say, gobbled up by a larger bank, which is not a bad thing if you are a shareholder. Typically, you get paid a premium on that. But once again, they're doing the right thing. They're still relevant, still growing. And with that 3.71% current dividend yield is the reason why they are being added to the dividend stock portfolio. All right, moving on to stock number 3 is no, my bad. Bad joke. No, it is UMB or UMB Financial Core. And they are a little bit different since I feel like they're kind of like a smaller version of GE, but in the financial sector. So technically they are a financial services holding company. And typically what that means is that they don't just do one thing. So right now UMB, they have, was it last year? Annual revenues of 1.1 billion with a market cap of 3.3 billion, but they own a number of subsidiaries such as banking, asset management, health spending solutions, related financial services to commercial, institutional, and retail banking customers nationwide. So they got a lot of going on, but talking about the numbers here, currently stock price is $68.64. with a 1.82% dividend yield. As far as 5-year growth estimates on UMB, we're looking at a 7% growth rate, so a little bit higher than Bank of the Ozarks. But just one thing that recently came out was UMB just released their Q4 earnings and their revenues beat estimates. Obviously, anytime all the analysts have their certain predictions on what a company is going to do, and if you can beat that, then you're doing a good job. Good job, UMB. One other piece to note with them beating Q4 earnings and estimates is that over the last 4 quarters, the company has surpassed their consensus EPS estimates 3 times. So they didn't just do it this quarter, they've been doing it fairly consistently here recently. And then taking a look at this article where UMB shows that they have gained 32% over the last 5 years. So not only are we beating estimates in the shorter term, but over the last 5 years, we've got a good track record. And once again, there's just something about these dividends. I like dividends because you know what dividends are? Money in the bank. All right, stock number 4, we have People's United Bank. And how do you not like a company with the initials PUB? I mean, come on. So People's United Bank, not to be confused with the People's Champ. We know who that is.
Electrifying move in sports entertainment today. Oh, the People's Champ! An exclamation point!
So currently People's United Bank is trading at $16.32. I really like these stocks that are not, $150, $300, $500. $16.32. You can pick up some decent amount of shares. Right now, the current dividend yield is 4.4% with a PE ratio of 12.5, market cap of 7.1. So People's United Bank is another regional bank, but also almost like another regional holdings company. So not only do they do banking, they do real estate, mortgage, lending, equipment financing, consumers loan, life insurance, broker services. So we are, competing with the Ameriprises and all the other financial people out there. Similar to, I think, was it Ameriprise? They have a 5% earnings growth rate. As far as their dividend, once again, they are another inclusive. I can't even talk. They are included, a part of that coveted dividend aristocrats list. So they have increased their dividend 27 consecutive years. I mean, that's good. That's good. Right now, as far as an estimate on the share price, they're trading just about a few dollars below what analysts are projecting, potentially like a $19 share price. So not a lot of appreciation here. But as far as that dividend yield, once again, this is one of the higher ones that we have. And just some of the news that we have to share. is here's one with NASDAQ just talking about why People's United is one of the top 25 safe dividend stocks. I like how they put safe in all caps. I mean, just so you know, like they are safe. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Here's another one. Sky high price targets justify People's United Financial. Just for talking about their earnings per share and what the projection price is. Once again, though, as for me, I'm not. Yeah, I love me some price appreciation, but right now I'm focused on the dividend side. Liking me to get some dividends, and I think that was it for that one. So that is People's United Bank or Pub. All right, the final dividend financial stock that we're going to be adding to the portfolio is Principal Financial Group. Symbol is PFG. It just sounds legit. Current stock price is $55.91 with a dividend yield of 4.01%. PE ratio 11.79, market cap of 15.43 billion. So this has some similarities, some crossovers with Ameriprise. Principal, what I think of them, they have a life insurance is kind of one of their main bread and butter, but they expanded into investments, asset management. They also had their mutual funds. But one of the reasons why they made the list for me at this go around is so they are not part of the dividend aristocrats. They don't have a long enough history of increasing their dividend. But one of the other things that Principal does is that they have been a really strong competitor in the 401k plan market. So to compete with like the Fidelities and the Vanguards of the world. And then when Wells Fargo was kind of going through their stuff, they were able to purchase the Wells Fargo's bank institutional retirement and trust business for $1.2 billion. That was back in April. It's going to take some time for that to, see how that's going to work out. But nonetheless, like they already had a decent track record. And I just know that because of running into different 401k plans and seeing Principal as being, we'll call it the custodian, but basically the provider of those 401k plans. So seeing that, and also just seeing with this Secure Act, which actually is a benefit to them, what they are doing is the reason why Principal rounds off my top 5 financial dividend paying stocks that are being added to my portfolio and ones that you should also consider for yours as well. All right, there you go. There's my top 5 financial stocks looking at dividends. Which ones did you like? Which ones didn't you like? Which ones didn't I add to the list that you think that I should? Let me know, because guess what? I still may add them. I'm always adding to the portfolio. I've still got more cash I need to invest, so I need more ideas. But future videos will be focusing on some other sectors. But yeah, let me know. I want to know. I want to make money. You want to make money? Let's make money together. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Look for future videos coming, building this portfolio, having a lot of fun in that process, but also reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. Peace out, y'all.